Nesson Nation, assemble and welcome in to Hold My Banner. How about this? New digs, same us. Travis Thomas here with the walking, talking triple-double himself. Ante Campbell, hooped at Fresno State and UTEP. Saw a fan yesterday, true story, say, hey, where are you from? Oh, you bought at UTEP? I'm very familiar with the area. They had a whole combo. This guy's a legend. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, TWolves, man. I'm feeling really good, especially after a win, man. I'm feeling good.
Okay, so if we're going to put your business in the street about the fan interaction, we might as well put mine on Front Street, too. Did I not almost run a fade with a Knicks fan? True or false?
Yeah, he said your Timbs weren't clean enough and you guys almost got into it. So, I don't know anything about that. I was just being a cool guy in the corner. But I had his back if you needed me.
Yeah, I need you. I appreciate you at my back. But I became officially a New Englander because a Knicks fan was talking all this jibber jabber in my face and I wasn't having it. And I said, you know what? I stood my ground and I said, this is for Boston. I'll be damned if some Knicks fan gets in my face. Do you know where you are? Knicks fans, you're so obnoxious. What have you won? I mean, you got a bunch of rings from all the Villanova boys, okay? But what have you done? Nothing, okay? With that being said, 127-102, beat down, baby. This one's for JT. You're damn right it was, and it felt good. Ante, I tried to tell you the Celtics were going to win this game. Now, I'm not getting all cocky like Knicks fans here. I still think the series is over at Madison Square, okay? I don't think the Celtics come back and win this in 7. But I had a feeling, a sneaky suspicion, this team would show up, show out, go grimy, play defense, 12 team blocks. I mean, hello, where was this defense the whole damn time? This team showed up. They did it for obviously for Tatum. And listen, they survived. In my world, I feel like they did their job in terms of you didn't let the Knicks celebrate on your floor, putting you out of the playoffs. If nothing else, if it is over in Madison Square Garden, at least you protected your home floor in an elimination game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that they went out there and did that. I'm proud of Luke Cornett. I'm proud of Derek White. I'm proud of Jaylen Brown for finally coming out and stepping up. I always like to throw it back to Drew because I think a lot of the things that I liked about my play style as a player, I like in Drew. And he came out and set the tone. We were sitting next to each other and, you look at the box score and you might not think like, oh, this was a big Drew Holiday type of game. But he came out there. He was feisty.
You called him Debo. He said he had Devo energy.
That's what he was like. That's my bike pump. You know what I'm saying? That's what kind of energy he came into the game. When he had that one play where he stripped Cat and he fouled him. But they ain't call it. They ain't call it. And then Josh Hart picked up the rock and then, he ran him over too and gave him a little strong arm.
He did.
And looked at the ref like, what are you talking about? I was like, he came in with that real championship vet energy. And I love that. But, obviously JB has some things to say about their opportunity to play in that game and everything like that. And I just want you guys to take a listen.
Jaylen, after Jayson went down, a lot of the talk around the team or on the outside felt very final, that things were over. People were talking about next season already, the off season already. Did you guys hear any of that talk? Did that bother you?
I can only speak for myself. I'm not sure about the rest of the guys, but what I will say is I appreciate the fans that showed up tonight. It was a great atmosphere. It was loud, and I know it's easy to kind of write things off. Obviously, unfortunate what happened to JT, but we still got basketball to be played. I believe in this group, so, don't count us out just yet.
And what was the message? You obviously had the initial shock. You move on to, ahead of this game and the rest of the series. What is the message? What's like the rallying cry, so to speak, in the locker room?
Defense. That's all I'm talking about is defense. It's just nothing easy. Guard your yard. Find a way to get stops. Dig deep. Mano-a-mano. Win your matchups. Play defense. And that's pretty much been the emphasis.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Jaylen Brown really had a lot of leadership in that game, obviously. Like, Derek White was a leading scorer.
Yeah.
But on the defensive end and the offensive end and just sort of leading the troops, Jaylen Brown did his part. Yeah. I also found it funny in that clip. He's wearing like a crocodile hunter hat. Did you see that? He had a little hat action going. And I think about Tatum showing up to Madison Square in the Timbos.
Yeah.
This was Jaylen Brown's moment. Like, no, I'm hunting tonight. I'm hunting Knicks, baby.
Yeah.
And he got it done. This team lives to fight another day. I gave you my prediction that I think it's over in 6 in Madison Square. But I ask, do you think this is sustainable? Game 5, what we watch without a Jayson Tatum, do they force a Game 7 and we're coming back to TD Garden, or are you with me that you think it's over Friday night?
I mean, it's a good question. Here's the thing. Whenever you have such a traumatic moment like that, it inspires your teammates. You know what I mean? And that's what happened in that game, Game 5. They played inspired. You saw it from the beginning. Like I said, Drew Holiday. Even Al Horford came in and played some inspired minutes. A lot of offensive rebounds, a lot of good defensive moments for him. Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, we hadn't talked about him. He was great in this game, hitting a lot of timely shots. I know the box score won't show it, because it was 6 for 16, I think it was, or something like that, or 6 for 17 from the field. But he hit a lot of timely buckets and did a lot of great things for this team, too. If they're going to come out and play with this intensity, this is the intensity that we expected out of them going into this series. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the same intensity that brought them a championship in 2024. If they can come out with that same intensity, because I can tell you right now, you're right. Madison Square Garden is going to be rocking. I mean, you're going to see all the celebrities out. You're going to hear Stephen A. Smith probably on the side of the court yelling and screaming his lungs out. You're going to see Timothée Chalamet bringing out all of Los Angeles, too, for whatever reason, and having them screaming and being excited to beat the Boston Celtics. Yeah. It's going to be a tough environment to go into. But I can tell you this. Celtics fans didn't show up really for them in Game 5.
No, they didn't.
And guess what? They still brought that energy. Yeah. Even in the home arena that was kind of dead at some times and kind of quiet and kind of loud for the Knicks at the time. Yeah. It was a little bit of a preparation for what they're going to see tomorrow night on Friday. I think this team, if they play, I don't know what kind of intensity they're going to come out with. Yeah. But if they come out with that same intensity and that same mindset, Kornet's not going to give you 7 blocks. I know that's not going to happen again. But they can win this game.
I wrote down a couple words you were using throughout this. You said intensity a few times. You said energy a few times. I actually use a different word to describe what you're saying, but I agree with you, and it's urgency. And my question is, where the hell was this in Game 1 and 2? Because that's what killed you.
Yes.
Games 1 and 2, blowing big leads, really destroyed you, big picture for this series. Obviously, the game Tatum went down. I'm going to give you a pass because, like you said, it's such a traumatic thing. Although it felt to me like the momentum had shifted to the Knicks, and they weren't going to win that game regardless of Tatum being hurt or healthy or whatever.
Right.
Still, I'll give you a benefit of the doubt because you lose your guy. I get it. Right. Okay, I'll give you that game. But games 1 and 2 is really where you lose me because where was this urgency there?
Yeah.
Blowing back-to-back leads the way they did. At times, when this Celtics team is dialed in and locked in, it doesn't even look like the Knicks belong on the floor with them. Yeah. Which is why it's so maddening to me that you're down this way in this series. Losing Tatum, the basketball gods, as fate would have it, that's going to happen, right?
Right.
But if you didn't mess around those first couple of games, you would still have an opportunity here to be putting away the Knicks, not fighting for your playoff life.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like one, it's a little bit on Mazzulla for not taking KP out of this, out of these games earlier on.
That's fair.
I've been saying this since the Magic series that he's kind of been a negative on the court.
Yeah.
I want him to do I know he can do some great things, but he's been given a pretty long leash throughout this series.
Sure.
And it's caught up with them at this point. Now they're down 3-2, right?
Well, you said he was exposed in the Magic series as far as coaching, but the talent discrepancy was different.
Right.
Where the Knicks are closer talent-wise to the Celtics.
Right. So you know what I'm saying though, but I think KP should have had lesser minutes, and now that we're seeing, okay, he can't breathe and all this other stuff, he's getting lesser minutes, and it's actually helping them because Kornet and Horford are playing these all-star type of minutes. The biggest thing is they have to be a team that's going to be scrappy. I think they played from the beginning of this series looking to win 16 games and not looking to win the next game. In Game 5, they were just looking to win the next game, and that's why we saw the different change in intensity.
Fair enough. Hey, in addition to fighting off Knicks fans who are trying to get in my face, Ante Campbell and I talked to you before Game 5, so we'll hear from C's Nation when we come back. And we asked you point blank, what do you do with this franchise? I mean, honestly, do you break this thing up? Do you run it back? That's the question we pose to you. We'll hear your answers next on Hold My Banner. Come on, roll with us, baby. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to Hold My Banner. Before Game 5 tipped off, Ante and I had the opportunity to ask you all in a post-Tatum injury world to blow the team up or not to blow the team up. That was the question. Do you keep the band together or do you make some changes? Here was your answers.
I was talking to my bros and I said, man, all I'm seeing is Knicks fans out here. This series ain't over.
It ain't over.
I mean, are we starting a little chant here? Celtics in 7?
Celtics in 7. It's Celtics in 7.
We know that.
Like, come on now. It's got to be Celtics in 7.
Jaylen Brown is a
Knicks.
fraud.
It's not happening.
Okay, he's a foul merchant, bro.
He sucks.
Boston in 7.
Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. Mean that, bro. Hey, man, what's up with all these damn Knicks fans out here? That's what I want to know.
As a lifelong Bostonian, you don't love to see the amount of Knicks fans here in Boston.
Yes.
Don't let the Celtics get one tonight. Just need one.
Oh,
just get one.
Don't let them get one.
04 Red Sox. Don't let us get one.
Don't let them get one.
Don't let us get one.
All right. Let's start here. First of all, I spotted you because of this sweet Bill Russell jersey. Talk to me about that and how long you've been a Celtics fan.
Oh, man, I've been a Celtics fan for over 20 years now. I'm in definitely an old head here. Yes,
so I know, obviously Tatum's hurt, but you got to be proud of this team for what they did last season, and they're still fighting now.
Oh, absolutely. Jayson Tatum is my heart, and also Brown. Brown is a big fan of mine. So I believe they're going to take it, though. I have no doubt in the Celtics.
Wait a minute. This series is not over?
The series is definitely not over. I mean, we were up by 20 points the first two and gave it to them, and now the Celtics are going to take it for the rest of the 3.
Okay, let's start here, because I spotted him from across the street. I walked up and I said, howdy, partner, can we get an interview?
Yes, sir.
And he's a total gentleman, so of course we can. If you had one word, why, sir, to describe the current Celtics State of the Union, what would it be? Down in the series, Tatum hurt. One word to describe it all, what would it be?
Hopeful.
Oh, explain.
We got a good team. It's a team game, We're going to miss Tatum, but, we can score 20 points each, starting 5. We got good defense, we got coaching, we got experience, and we're the reigning champions, so.
Okay, what about you? Are you as optimistic?
I'm just happy to be here.
Great answer. That's a great answer.
I'm going to start with you because I know she's just new to this.
We need all the prayers.
Okay.
We need the prayers.
Prayers?
Yeah.
Prayers. She said prayers. What about you? How do you feel?
I feel bad for everyone. It seems so sad.
Sad. Yeah, it's been pretty
those
sad.
Are their words, bro.
Yeah.
We praying for them because it's bleak right now.
Yeah.
It's looking terrible.
It is.
What would you say and why?
I think they're hopeful. We're going to
Hopeful.
pull out tonight. He's going to have 36 points.
Ooh.
Yep, that's my bet. My parlay. We're
Okay.
gonna come out with a big win.
Okay, parlay.
Hopeful. Yeah, I got a big parlay. They better win.
All right, so I want to start here because I'm an honest guy. The first question I asked my man was, can you play in this series because the Celtics sure could use you? Honestly, if there was one word to describe the state of the Celtics right now, being down in the series, Tatum hurt, everything going on, what's the one word you would use to describe it?
Well, I can say that we cannot give up.
Yeah.
Not give up. So hope.
Oh, it's a good word. What word would you use?
I don't know. Hope to.
Hope?
It's strong because it's Boston. Boston's strong.
Yeah. All right, so look, y'all feeling really confident. Can you describe the state of the team in one word?
Ooh.
Uncertain. Somber.
Ooh,
those are good words. I haven't heard somber yet.
Yeah,
that's exactly how I'm feeling, too. I like that one.
Facts.
All right.
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
One word.
I still think they're doing amazing.
Amazing. Okay.
What is it? It's tough, bro. It's a tough one. In one word, I don't know. I think they're doing great, dude. I don't know how to put it, bro.
So amazing and great.
We'll take amazing.
Hey, I was thinking depressed, so I needed them more than I thought. Apparently,
Positive
thinking.
Yeah, positive thinking.
You seem like you feel pretty good, so let them know how you feel.
Resilient.
Okay.
Definitely resilient.
Okay.
Definitely.
A lot of people are saying. A lot of people are saying Joe Mazzulla has been outcoached in this series by Tibbs on the New York side. If you had to grade, you're a professor right now.
Right.
If you had to grade Joe Mazzulla as a coach in this series, what grade would you give?
I would definitely give him an A.
Okay.
He's a professor.
Okay.
He's an artist at his trade. I would definitely give him an A.
Okay.
Give him some time. It's a 7-game.
They ain't got a lot of time.
It's a 7-game series for a reason.
Yep.
All right. This is game 5. It's gonna be 3 straight now.
Okay. It's going to have to be a great coaching performance for Joe Mazzulla. But so far, some people are saying that he's not doing too well. We're not worried about
She ready to go get it.
She ready to go fight him. But look, we're not worried about New York. What we are worried about, some people are saying Joe Mazzulla hasn't coached that well in this series. What grade would you give him in this series?
Grade?
Yeah, what grade?
Well, Joe and Tatum are best friends. Some people don't know that don't actually watch the Celtics, that are just watching it now. I'm going to give him an A-. He could step up a little bit, but he's there. He's there for them.
Man, that's a higher grade I would have gave. I ain't gonna lie, that was nice of her.
I love him.
Yeah.
I love him.
Let's keep the.
Great coach.
If you guys had to give him a grade, what grade would you give him?
I mean, as we're saying, we won't give up, so we gotta be with him and support him. So with him till the end. So let's give him a high grade. Let's give him, I don't know, 9, 10.
Okay.
I know we have some work to do, but yeah.
So you're saying like A-?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I wish he was my teacher growing up.
A+.
Plus. What about
I
big
wish
fella?
she was my teacher growing up. Correction.
What about big fella over
What
there?
grade would you give?
A-. But I went to see some preacher out today. Yes, so that's it.
If you were a teacher or a professor and you're giving out grades, what would you give Joe Mazzulla, the coach, in this series?
I mean, you're down 3-1 through 4 games. You lose your superstar MVP, best player on the team besides Derek White. You cannot control that. All of that aside, down 3-1, you gotta say maybe a B-, C+, slightly above average just because we are the Boston Celtics, but he could be doing a better job. But I believe in the Celtics. I believe in Joe Mazzulla and Jayson Tatum. This is the do it for Tatum game.
Yep.
Okay.
Definitely a passing grade for Mazzulla, but like you can't blow 3 leads despite the Tatum injury. Gotta be better.
Put a letter on it.
I'll give him a passing B-, but the Boston Celtics are an A team. We need an A performance.
Okay.
You can tell he was an A student.
Hey, facts.
Because he didn't go C, he didn't go D, where I used to swim in those waters. Bro was like, well, you didn't do great. B.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I'll take that. I wish I got that.
Fact.
I'd say C+. He's got to do better. He's got to do better.
It's not failing, but there's room to grow.
I think the same thing. I agree.
Okay, C, fair. If you could give a grade, how would you grade Joe Mazzulla's job that he's done against the Knicks?
I say B-. For sure. I mean, I think he took over a team. I mean, look what Houston did.
Yeah.
That's our old coach. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I think
Houston got bounced in the first round, though. I just have to say that.
But look at the young squad.
Yeah.
That was the Celtics 4 years ago.
That's right.
Facts. All right, what about you?
Again, I'm just happy to be here.
Just happy
Great
to be
answer.
here. Just vibing out.
Yeah. No, I mean, I just don't know why he's not rotating more players. You know what I mean?
I know.
Rebounds, we're getting killed on the board. Like, you know, we got some big men out there. So, like, something. I mean, something's not working right now, so changing, you know what I mean?
Throw up that celebration, that Tatum celebration one more time. Now, you see the Tatum celebration here. You see the Jayson Tatum T-shirt here. So my question to you, my friend, if Jayson Tatum is watching this, dealing with his injury right now, recovering, and you could send a message to him, what would you tell him?
Tatum, the entire city of Boston is behind you. We love you. We've been here since 2018 when we drafted you. We're going to be here till 2042 when you lace them up with Deuce and win banner number 27. Celtics till we die. Tatum, we love you. Our prayers, our thoughts, everything to support you. It's the Do It for Tatum game. Everyone knows it's coming. Celtics in 7.
Throw that celebration up again.
We're behind you, JT. Just come back stronger than ever. Prove the doubters wrong, and the city loves you.
What message of support would you give to Jayson Tatum right now?
The message is he is our hero. He gave us a championship last year, so he has a lot of credit, and now it's time for recovery and to be ready when he's ready. We'll be waiting for him here. So that's it.
Be strong, we will survive.
I mean, I think the Celtics said it all, that the comeback will be way bigger than the setback. So, yeah.
All right, well, they're rooting for you, Jayson Tatum.
If he's watching us, what message would you give Jayson Tatum right now?
Hey, we love you, Tatum. We love you. I'll say it till I die. We love Jayson Tatum.
We love Jayson Tatum. Prayers out to Jayson Tatum and his family. I hope he gets better.
Respect, Jason.
I would tell Tatum, just relax, put your feet up. The boys got you, baby. They got you. Don't worry about it. You know Brown got you. Porzingis is going to come back strong. That illness is going to sit back, just like Jordan when he had the flu game. It's going to be Porzingis time. It's going to be Porzingis flu game time. Just relax, Tatum. Sit back. It's their time.
Respect. We want you to be able to send a message. What would you tell Jayson Tatum?
You'll be fine. You're young. You're resilient. God has his hands on you, and we'll be back. Period.
Let's keep the love fest going then. If Jayson Tatum's watching this, dealing with his injury right now, what message, I'll give you the mic, what message would you tell Jayson Tatum watches? So you talk to him right now, give him a message of support. Here you go. Do your thing.
JT, I love you. I knew you tore your Achilles the minute you fell. Everyone was doubting you. I know you're going to be back, even if it's the end of next season, and I think you're going to do great out there. And your team's going to show up for you tonight.
Okay, look, I got one last question for you there. One last question. I'm going to let you go because your man's over there with a Tatum jersey, but he didn't want to be in the interview. So, look, if you could tell Bill Chisholm, ownership, what to do with this team, if you could send them a message, say, hey, either keep this team together and run it back when Tatum gets healthy or blow it up, what would you tell them and why?
I think he needs to build it up. He can't just rely on Tatum. We're going to need some new people in there. I think Al's going to leave, but I think they're going to come out strong. I mean, people are doubting them, but they're coming out strong tonight.
I need you to send a message to ownership, just Bill Chisholm, and let them know either blow it up or keep it together and let them know why.
No, let's keep it together. Okay. We're going to hear a lot of Knicks fans tonight saying, Pritch, please. Pritch, please.
I hope you're right. Because I'm saying Pritch, please, but in a different way.
Right.
Pritch, please, Lord, do something.
Oh, man. Should they keep it together and run it back or blow it up?
Run it back.
Run it back.
Run it back, bro. We'll be back next year.
Okay. Why?
I still think we're a great team. Even if Tatum's going to be injured, I still think we're just a number one team, especially on the East. I think we'll come back next year and do great.
Yeah, I believe in us. I mean, we won it last year. I mean, why not? I'm not saying we do it next year. If it doesn't work next year, blow it up. But give it one more try.
So even if Tatum's out next year, you think they got it?
Will be out.
One more try. One more try.
Okay, fair.
Wow. All right.
I mean, I don't know.
Keep him or blow it up?
No, let's keep him. He's too valuable, man.
Keep the team together?
Yeah, for sure.
Of course, be together. We're going to win.
Would you make any moves, or you would just keep the team and try to run it back?
I think keep the team. It's a strong team. Jaylen Brown, Porzingis, it's a strong team. They're not the best at the moment, but they will recover and Tatum will come back someday, and it will be a strong team capable of winning more titles.
Look, there's a new owner coming in, and a lot of times when that happens, they change things. I mean, from where you're standing right now, what would you say? Would you say blow it up? It sounds like you're saying run it back with a healthy Tatum.
Always run it back, but I mean, Porzingis is last year with contract. Holiday's getting older. Like, we can move those pieces. We have a lot of money out there. A lot of dead money that's older. I mean, Giannis is looking for a new home.
So you would shake this up. You would break this core group up and try to run it back with what you got now.
Yeah, for sure, because Tatum's not going to be available for another 9 months to a year.
Okay.
So like, you know what I mean?
Right.
We're looking at probably I don't know. Just blow it up.
Okay, so look.
Let's see what the options are.
Let them know, should they blow it up or keep it together, and why?
We should always be going to the max. Keep this team together, add pieces, find a way, run it back next year even without Tatum.
You agree?
How could you possibly blow it up? It's like we've been continuing to build for the last 7-8 years since drafting Tatum and Jaylen. This whole community believes in the Boston Celtics. We believe in Brad Stevens. We believe in Joe Mazzulla. And even if we don't win a championship this year, let's not rule that out yet. We believe in the Celtics coming back next year.
Yet.
And I can't wait for Tatum to be back in 2026, 2027.
Everyone's worried about whether they should keep this team together or they should blow it up. If you can send a message to ownership, tell them why they should do what you think they should do and why.
Trade Porzingis. Get Ben Simmons. Keep the rest of the team together.
Oh, KP for Ben Simmons? Okay, hold on. I got to ask this because people aren't big Ben Simmons fans. Why Ben Simmons?
He's still young. He has hope.
Ooh, okay. Still young and has hope. All right, well, look, the Celtics don't have much hope, but look, these two fans and Ben Simmons definitely do.
Yo, Celtics, you might need to hire her for the front office, man. She making it happen out here.
I was just kidding about that. I don't want Ben Simmons. I was just kidding. I was just trying to gas her up. I was just kidding. But listen, most of the fans are like, run it back, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's easy to play fantasy basketball.
Right.
Say, trade this for that and move this, and then you put him over there and then trade him, and then you get Giannis, and then we could relax. They're going to run this back.
Yeah.
I think certain players are almost inevitable to be gone because of the aprons, because of the finances.
Right.
But I don't necessarily think if you break this core up, it's going to be because, oh, Tatum's hurt, the sky is falling, woe is us, let's just blow it up. It's going to be financially, like, let's have a conversation quickly.
Yeah.
Porzingis feels inevitable to me. It's not going to work out.
At this point.
Drew Holiday feels inevitable to me. I do too.
I hate that.
This isn't about who we want. We want everyone back.
I know.
But the finances of this tells you some of these guys are going to be gone, and that's two of them right there.
I just think they're going to take a pause when they talk about Drew Holiday. I think
Porzingis is inevitable.
I think Porzingis is inevitable.
Okay.
I think Sam Hauser is inevitable.
Okay.
Because he goes from making $2 million to $10 million next year, and he didn't play awe-inspiring throughout this year and throughout the playoffs.
Okay, so we'll check both of them off.
Yes.
I think Holiday's gone. You don't.
I just think they slow down. Like,
what does that mean?
You say inevitable, but I feel like they're sitting there today having rough conversations. Like, is Drew out or not?
Does he take? Is it a pay cut thing? I mean, so some of this could be on some of these players.
Yes.
Like a Porzingis, a Hauser, you're likely not going to have a lot of back and forth.
Right.
A Holiday, maybe. But I'm telling you, I don't think that's blown it up, by the way. The finances didn't work out.
Yeah.
Good luck. Thanks for the title.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I agree. Last thing before we move on, just keep JB and JT. Please.
Yes.
Please. Just keep those two.
And then you can fill in the blanks from there. Right? All right. Eastern and Western Conference Finals both starting to take shape. 2 out of the 4 teams are set in stone. We'll discuss it next, right here on Hold My Banner. Roll with us. Welcome back into Hold My Banner. All right, the rest of the playoffs, Eastern Conference and Western Conference Finals, starting to take shape here. Let's start in the East, of course. Pacers dusted off the Cavs. I still can't believe that it went the way it did. Not that the Pacers won the series, but, man, they really just dismantled the Cavs. Yeah. And I know injuries and blah, blah, blah. It's always excuses for Cleveland. We'll get to them in their future in a minute. But let's stay here with the Pacers. Back now in the Eastern Conference Finals. And to me, this team looks better than they did last season.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the thing about this Pacers team is Tyrese Halliburton is finally showing up on the offensive end, scoring.
That's the difference.
Scoring.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He was always a great facilitator. He was always a decent defender.
He's a good leader.
He's a good leader, all of that stuff, but he had issues with putting the ball in the hole and taking care of the ball. Obviously, with the turnovers and things like that, I've delved into the fact that Drew Holiday scared him last year to dribble the ball off of his foot by just looking at him on real Debo energy like we were talking about. This year, Tyrese Halliburton's looked like he's heard all the people who have said all these bad things about him.
Yeah.
Heard me. You know, I call him Farnsworth Bentley.
Yeah, you
know what I mean? I don't even give him his name, you know. And
so disrespectful.
But, you know, he's heard all of it, and he's showing up, you know, and their team is showing up. They look like they're playing with a chip on their shoulder.
Yep.
Everyone said Cavs in 6, Cavs in 7, Cavs in 5, and they went out there and they showed everybody that they were the better team.
You owe them an apology because I told you. I told you. I was like, bro, first of all, they learned from last season's Eastern Conference loss to the Celtics, right? And they didn't get worse in the offseason. You know how sometimes teams will kind of reach that peak for them. It was the Eastern Conference Finals. And then guys want to go get paid. We see it a lot with champions, but guys want to go get paid. They go get the bag. They leave. They kept their team intact. And I thought, well, hell, they can take from that experience, carry it over into the next season. And they did. And look, they're right back here again. I think the Pacers are for real. I already told you, I think the Knicks close out the Celtics. I think we are headed for a 1990-style matchup.
Yeah.
Where am I? What timeline? Like, what is this, an alternate?
Patrick Ewing and Reggie Miller.
Like, what's next, right? John Starks comes walking through that door.
Right.
But I think we're headed for a Knicks-Pacers series, and I would not be shocked if the Pacers win that series and go to the finals.
I'm not going to talk about it until it happens because I'm still rolling with Green. But, you know, I will give an apology to the Pacers. I didn't think that they would be able to get here, again, to the Eastern Conference Finals. I thought they got lucky. Donovan Mitchell got hurt last year. I didn't think they were going to get so lucky this year. They didn't need luck. They went out and did it. Another team that I won't give an apology to because I was right about them from the beginning, and I shouldn't even have picked them to win this series, is the Cleveland Cavaliers.
You were very right, bro.
I told you that their new coach wasn't going to matter.
You did.
I told you that, you know, they were going to make some leaps and see what happens. But at the end of the day, are they going to be a real championship contender? No, they weren't. And I don't want to hear anybody say, oh, well, they had the best record in the East and all this other stuff. They did not get to the Eastern Conference Finals again. Donovan Mitchell has been to the playoffs almost every year of his entire career.
And has never
been to the conference finals.
But we're giving him a pass.
For what?
I'm going to give him a pass because he showed up. Now,
he did.
Some of these past playoff performances you're talking about in his career, he came up small, right? Not this one. No. This one, I will give him a pass because Donovan Mitchell did every G-damn thing possible to advance his team. His team let him down.
Yeah.
And now the excuses come in with injuries and blah, blah, blah. I ain't trying to hear all that. Every team's hurt right now. This is why this is another topic for another banner.
Yeah.
The damn regular season's too long. Because think about this.
Here you go, Gramps.
No, it's true, bro.
Here you go, Gramps. Go ahead.
Cavs and Celtics. What did we debate on this show and others all year?
Yeah.
Are they the biggest threat to the Celtics? Now both of them are bounced. I think the Celtics are going home next. It's just too damn long. Shave the regular season. It doesn't have to be that much. 10 games. It should be 72 games.
All right. Quick then. I gotta ask you this because I said before this season started that it didn't matter. All the improvements that you made to your roster, whatever, didn't matter. I tried to come along with them as I saw them winning. They made some great trades at the deadline. But is it time to blow this team up?
Cavs?
Yes.
Gosh, they're so talented, bro. And then they went and got the coach. This is a situation where you run it back.
Okay.
The issue with the Cavaliers is not what they have in-house. It's Cleveland. It's just so Cleveland.
Nah.
They had what do you mean, nah? They had everything going for them this year. Regular season wins. We finally made it. We're healthy. We're this, we're that. And then what happens? You don't win. Guys get hurt at the worst time. This is what happens. They are cursed, but it's not their fault in the construction of the roster. Run it back.
I think so. I think when you're relying on Darius Garland and Jerome to slide their puppies, you're going to have an issue. And we're playing. A lot of people are talking about it online, and it's true. We're playing in the era where your weakest link is your fatal flaw. If you have guys on one end or the other that either can't do things on the offensive end or can't do things on the defensive end, and we're going to talk about a team that has a guy who does a lot of great things on the defensive end and is doing good things on the offensive end, and that's why they have championship pedigree in a second. But the Cavs have two guys who cannot guard.
Facts.
Cannot guard. And they play a lot of minutes for them. And when you have that, you're going to be a team that eventually fails.
I can't blow it up after you had the regular season they had, but something's missing there.
I said it this summer. Blow it up.
Something's missing there, and I think it's the city they play in personally. All right, enough with these losers. Let's talk winners. Timberwolves, another one. I mean, dusted off the Warriors. Now, you and I had a bet where I said Steph Curry's heroics would win this series, and then the second Steph Curry's hammy went, snap, I said, I'm out. And I'm backed out of the bet, so you will not be getting a payoff, sir. And I remember...
This is my camera right here? This is my camera right here?
Yes. Are we doing this?
Hey, I need y'all to tell this old man right here that he owes me my push-ups. And I'm going to get them. I'm relentless. I'm going to get them push-ups. I can guarantee that I'm going to get my push-ups and my free meal. Because he did offer that too.
Could I have my camera? Thanks. I'm going to tell you like I told that Knicks fan outside of TD Garden when he kept yelling in my ear. I only got one good one. He kept yelling in it.
Hey.
Give me the mic. I need the mic. Give me the mic. And I said, come on and get it.
We gonna see.
Come on. If you can take it, you can have it. Good luck. And he backed off.
We gonna see some real good Inglewood versus Maryland in here in a second.
Furniture moving.
In a second, because I'm gonna get them push-ups. It ain't gonna be right now, but I guarantee y'all, in one of these future episodes, we gonna see Travis in that content center giving some push-ups. But that's enough about our bet.
I'm not gonna lie though. Steve Kerr felt the same way I did because Steve Kerr said, "Listen, if Steph doesn't get hurt, this is a championship pedigree team."
Yeah.
I didn't go that far, but I did think they would beat the Timberwolves. Kudos to Anthony Edwards, man.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's dubbing him this great closer in the NBA. And you know what? Like, Steph got hurt. That's not his problem.
Yeah.
He went out and he handled his business and he got them up out of there.
Yeah.
He didn't extend the series. If this series goes 7 games, all of a sudden, Wardell comes out of nowhere. Steph plays game 7 and who the hell knows? So, kudos to Anthony Edwards for, if you're going to brand him as maybe the face of the league and this closer and the closest thing to Mike and Kobe and all this stuff, you got to close people out. He did it, Dante.
He did. And I want to give a lot of respect to a guy that a lot of people always make fun of, but this guy hasn't been a nothing on offense for this team. In Game 5, he really showed up. And he did the same thing against the Lakers. Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, he did.
He showed up in these 2 closeout games, the one against the Lakers, the one against the Warriors. And he played a great game offensively.
I hate it.
And this is what I was talking about. When you are living in the world where you have to be so good that you can't have a guy who's a nothing on either side.
Yeah.
He decided to show up in those 2 games. I can't speak for the rest of the games. Some of the other games up and down, but when it was time to close out teams, he showed up and he played big boy basketball. So I have to give him a lot of respect because that could be the reason that this team could be a real championship contender.
I know, you're absolutely right. I just hate to give him props because I hate him and he stinks.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Though? For the Warriors, what do they need to do this summer? Like, what's next for them?
I didn't love the Jimmy Butler move because
the $60 million.
I thought it handcuffed you to go out and get who you really need, which is Giannis. And now
you can make that trade.
I was going to say this is a smart franchise, so they'll find a way to cook the books and afford everybody.
Right.
So it's still possible they can get Giannis. But I remember saying at the time when it was rumored that Jimmy Butler to the Warriors, I was like, don't do it because you're almost selling out for the long term for the short term game.
Right.
Jimmy Butler may help you this season. Giannis can help you for forever and ever, amen. When Steph retires, Giannis could still be there. Kind of like Luka with the Lakers, if that makes sense. So we'll see if they go get Giannis. I don't think they will, but that's what they're missing. They need one more star.
They're a team unlike the Celtics that are losing money going into next year.
That's right.
So they were going for $176 million to $170 million.
That's right.
So they do have an opportunity. Maybe they would have to package Jimmy Butler because he is going to be making 55 and 56 over the next 2 seasons. It would be one of those situations where Jimmy would have to kind of get out of the way. Maybe it is a Draymond. I don't know why the Bucks would want that. It could be a 3-team, 4-team. We've seen 5-team deals happen before. It would be one of those things. I've said it before, but I don't really think it matters. I think this is the end, has been the end of the Warriors dynasty.
I do too, unless, again, I'll bring his name up one more time. Whoever gets that alien freak from outer space in Milwaukee to their team has new life. I don't give a damn who it is. Whoever ends up with Giannis, you got to reset the conversation about that team. It is rare that you can get a star in their prime in this league, but he's available. All right, how about this? Game 6 tonight. We are locked in. Thunder, Nuggets. I'm not going to waste any time. It's over. The Thunder are winning this game.
Why are you just killing off everybody this episode? Nobody can come back from anything. Everybody's dead.
It's over. Thunder will win this game, and I'm starting to see the world your way. I apologize to you, Ante Campbell.
Yeah.
All I've done is doubt you the whole way.
Oh, we know that.
You've been talking about the Thunder since the preseason.
Yeah.
And I said, don't talk to me about no damn Thunder going to the NBA Finals. It's the preseason. Then we got in the season. And he said, I'm trying to tell you, man, that boy SGA ain't going to win the MVP. They go, I said, don't talk to me about no damn Thunder. It's October. Now, looky, here we are. This team, I'm starting to see it your way. They're going to go to the finals. I think they're beating Ant, too.
Yeah, I mean, I think they are going to the finals. I think they would definitely be that. My thing is Aaron Gordon going to just go off and do random stuff and Westbrook going to hit game winners in this game 6 tonight? Like, I hope not, because I want to see the Thunder move on because, you know, I love being right. Obviously, I always talk about how much I love being right. I love being right. So, you know, I want to be right and I want to see the Thunder advance just because of that. I have no allegiances to that team. But what I do know about this Thunder team is they have finally figured out how to win close games. And they're doing it against an MVP, a 3-time MVP candidate and a 3-time MVP winner. So it's just one of those things where you sit there and you say, okay, the Thunder were a young team. We gave them that knock. They figured that out. They won a bunch of games this season, had the best record in the NBA. You say, okay, well, they only blow teams out. They don't know how to finish in big games. Now they're showing you against a veteran-led team, a team that has championship pedigree with a lot of championship winners on it, and they're going out and closing games. That gives me good hope that this Thunder team will move on to the finals. Now, Travis, I do want to ask you, out of the teams that are left over, now don't forget about those 2 teams that are down 3-2, all right? Rank them in order of how likely you think they are to win a championship.
All right, so let's do this exercise together. Pacers, Nuggets, Thunder, Wolves, Celtics. Who am I missing?
Pacers, Nuggets.
Knicks,
yeah.
I think that's everyone, right?
Yep.
Okay. Listen, some of these teams are dead in the water. So I'm just going to rank top to not existing.
Okay.
I'm going Thunder 1 at this point.
Okay.
That's where I'm at. I hate that you're right. But the Thunder, if anything with the Celtics, bad fortune, I think it opens the door for the Thunder now. Like, I didn't think their championship window was quite open yet. I thought it was too soon. With the Celtics now, I think the Thunder's window opened a little bit more.
Okay.
I'll go Thunder 1. And you know what? I'll go Ant after that. Like, almost like the winner of that series is probably going to win the title. I'm not taking the East this year. Then I'll go Pacers 3. Then I'll go Knicks 4, winner of that series. I think that's the Eastern Conference Finals. The rest of these teams are dead to me. Nuggets, forget about it. Celtics, forget about it. Those are my final 4. Thunder, Wolves, Pacers, Knicks.
Okay. I'm going to go Thunder 1, I think, to win it all. After that, I'm actually going to go Nuggets. I think if they can win this.
Nuggets?
Yeah, Nuggets. They're not dead to me. They're not. They're not dead yet. And I think if they can escape this series and they face off against the Timberwolves, I know Jokic lost to them last year, but I think he can get that revenge game against them, that revenge series, and go off to win another one. And a lot of people have had a lot of bad things to say about them as well. And they're a team that's playing inspired. Once again, Aaron Gordon is really stepping up on the offensive end. That when you got him playing at that kind of level, I don't see why they couldn't win the championship if they can get past the Thunder. So I got them 2. Then I'm still rolling with I'm still rolling with the West. I'm going Timberwolves 3. All right. And then I'll go Pacers 4. And then I'll go Celtics 5. So, and I'm not giving the Knicks no respect, though.
No respect?
None. They're not winning the chip, though.
I would defend them, but they done tick me off now. Hey, before last night, I probably would have been like, man, you tripping, Brunson's a closer. Now, that's what I said. I'm officially a New Englander now. I can't stand New York. None of y'all. Knicks, Yankees, all y'all. Even the bad teams. Jets, get out my face.
Oh, man.
Now, here's the question that I'd pose before we go to break.
Yeah.
Is the NBA draft lottery fixed? Is it really fugazi? Is there a frozen envelope? These were the questions we brought to the fans. We asked you, and we heard from you. Hey, Ante and I will get our tinfoil hats for the conspiracy next on Hold My Banner. You won't want to miss it. Come on, keep it locked. Welcome back to Hold My Banner. Okay, Cooper Flag, the sweepstakes is over. Congratulations to the Dallas Mavericks. You lose Luka, you gain a Cooper Flag. But before all the ping pongs were aligned, you know, we got to talking like, is this rigged? Once the Mavs won it, it was like, come on, bro. Y'all don't even try to hide this anymore. So before Ante and I weigh in on this, we did ask you, the fans, before Game 5 last night. Here was a response.
So, look, since you saying blow it up, the NBA draft lottery just passed, and a lot of people are saying it's rigged. You know, if they're going to rig it, they're going to try to rig it for the Celtics. True or false, the NBA lottery is rigged?
It has to be rigged. The last 2 years, like what? Like last year was 3%, and this year's 1.8%. And they get the number 1 pick, and then they lost Luka. Like, come on.
Okay, so
come on, there has to be some type of favoritism.
Everyone's talking about this NBA draft lottery that we just had. The Dallas Mavericks got the first pick. Rigged? Is it rigged? True or false?
Yeah, I mean, the Mavericks put themselves in a terrible hole trading Luka, and Adam Silver bailed them out. It's rigged.
Oh.
I mean, before the Luka trade, the organization, NBA and Mavs, they sat down and they said, you get rid of Luka, we promise you Cooper Flag. It is what it is. At the end of the day, I'm not going to swear because it might be Nesson and they don't swear, but we hate the Knicks. You guys stink. You're the most annoying fan base. You haven't won anything in a long time.
Jack Schnikes.
You haven't won Jack Schnikes, and Yankees suck too. Let's go Sox.
I love that. By the way, if that is the truth about what you said with the Mavs still lost the trade. You should have kept Luka, idiots.
I mean, it's true. I was a little harsh on the Mavs there, but I mean, Luka, Cooper Flag, relax. But with that being said, we all know it's rigged and it's fixed. Next.
No, I'm out on it. I'm out on the rigging, fix, all this other stuff. Look, if it was rigged, then the Celtics would have had some of the picks when they tanked, when they had ML Carr.
Tim Duncan. They would have had Tim Duncan. That was a big
one. They wanted him in San Antonio?
Facts.
Like, come on, bro. It's not rigged. Like, here's the thing. The Celtics are going to get their get back here in a second. Next year.
Okay.
You know, Tatum's going to miss the entire season because they're going to be bad at some point, right?
Carry the one. Yeah.
JB is going to be sitting out of games because he's going to hopefully get knee surgery after this series is over.
Shut him down.
Whatever, shut him down.
All right, okay.
So the Celtics are going to lose.
Okay.
They're going to win about 30 games next season.
Okay, 30 games will put you in the lottery.
And it's going to
put you in the lottery.
Yeah, and then they're going to be in that lottery, and they're going to get a 5% chance of getting the first pick, and they're going to land it.
You said 5%?
5%.
Oh, they're getting that pick.
And then guess what?
Oh, wait. It's AJ. AJ DeBonsa from Brockton.
Yes, sir.
Is going to the Celtics?
Yep.
Breaking news right here, baby. We have fixed the lottery for the Celtics. Yo, if they get AJ DeBonsa.
Man.
And you got a healthy Tatum. Jaylen Brown.
Healthy.
And our friend, family to the program, AJ DeBonsa.
Yep. Problems.
NBA, you're on notice.
Problems.
Y'all in trouble.
Problems. And the thing about it is, I'm hearing a lot of different names floating around that early lottery slot. It could be Darren Peterson. It might even be Cam Boozer, who's going to go to Duke, and he might go on a Cooper Flag run and make a deep run in the tournament and all this other stuff. And so, you know, AJ might fall at 2. He might fall at 3. Who knows what happens? But I can tell you what. The kid from Brockton will be wearing green in 2026.
I love this take so bad that I want to clip this off and make it go viral on purpose for our guy, because there would be nothing better than that. And he watches Hold My Banner, too. Shout-outs to AJ. As far as Cooper Flag with the Mavs, it's going to have the same kind of effect. Let's just be honest. That team has injury issues. They don't have talent issues. So you bring in a Cooper Flag. If anything, to be honest, if I'm the Mavs, I'd be like, listen, bro. Like, if I'm J. Kidd, we need you during the regular season. So you're going to be Rookie of the Year. Like, you're going to hoop. We're going to give you opportunities to do your thing. You're going to play big minutes, and we're going to have healthy heaping of expectations on you, though. And when we get to the playoffs, as long as you do your thing in the regular season, we'll have our stars fresh. They know how to win in the postseason. they can carry us the rest of the way. Not that you're not involved, but we need your help to get back to the postseason. And then we got guys around you that we have to keep healthy that can show you the way once we're there. Is that fair?
It's fair. I'm a little nervous about the Kyrie situation because he's going to be coming back in February, right? They're going to be looking to get a starting guard. I think they brought up this offseason because they're going to be missing Kyrie. And so when Kyrie comes back, they're going to have a starting point guard on their team. They're going to have AD having his role, hopefully playing really well because we know he's an MVP level guy when he has that opportunity. And then Cooper Flag, like you said, will be rolling by the time February comes. Will Kyrie be able to understand, like, hey, I just got to get in where I fit in? Maybe if Cooper's averaging 18 a game, 19 a game, and he's rolling, we got to roll with the young fella. You know what I'm saying? So is Kyrie going to be willing to accept that role because he wasn't so gracious at accepting that role with Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown?
Okay, yeah, check that. I'd like to check my own self here. I rescind everything I said about the Mavericks because if you're depending on Kyrie to have some maturity, to have some self-reflection, some self-awareness, to look around and say, damn, this team's pretty good. I just need to play my position, get in where I fit in and not mess this chemistry up. It ain't going to work. He will mess it up. So I rescind everything. Cooper Flag, though, will ball. He'll be rookie of the year, but the Mavs will blow it.
They better not blow it.
They're going to.
They better not blow it.
If it's what you laid out, Kyrie going to sink that ship.
I just think if they can, whoever they can get in this offseason, they're going to have Clay still back. He's going to be back. Hopefully,
that's a good team.
It's a good team.
It's a championship caliber team.
Right. And Gafford's looking to get paid, so they're going to, they might move off of that contract with him, which means they can have somebody else in there. This team has an opportunity. Nico got lucky. He has an opportunity to turn it into that championship team that he's always wished for. But we'll see if he can do it.
Celtics fans, fingers crossed, baby. Let's see. Can you push it to 7? We'll find out together. Thanks for rolling with us here on Hold My Banner. For Travis Thomas and Ante Campbell, peace.
Deuces.